Hi guys, it's Cry, and you may not actually believe that this is Cry, but that's because it's not. It's Mr. Ellsworthington here, and I'm doing my Cry impression. I thought I'd play a game, maybe, but that might have been too complicated at the time. So, I simply looked up some short horror stories. Do not worry. These horror stories are not particularly scary, you could say, but I still hope you enjoy. Thanks, and have a great evening. Short story 1. The Demon at the Door. I was 11 when this happened. One night, when I was gone to bed, I woke to hear a noise and looked to open my door, where I saw a dark figure, which was outlined by the bathroom light reaming on it, staring at me with red eyes. Thinking that it was my mother, I called out to her multiple times, each time louder and louder. By the third time, I called out to her. Her red eyes did not move, and I was getting frantic, screaming out to my mom and hiding beneath my covers. Come to find out, my mother was in the living room, fast asleep, and had woken from my calls, running into my room. When I looked at her, the black figure had gone, and I have not seen it since. But I guess I had always been afraid, after that, of what might be watching me, or threatening to harm me at any given moment. I know that was a demon. It was too dark, and felt too evil. Short story 2. Party haunting. This is what happened to me on a party when I was 9. I had my 2 cousins, my best friend, and my best friend's brother over at my house. We all went into the basement to start playing around. Then, my younger cousin starts screaming. We ask him what he saw, and he says, "How many people do we have?" We respond, 5, and he starts to cry. He says, "Someone rushed past your friend there." To me, I look at my friend, and he looks terrified. He says he felt cold down there. I didn't, I said. I and my friend go down. We hear strange noises from behind the strange room door. My friend, who is 10, had the guts to open the door. As soon as he opened it, he ran screaming. A ghost grabbed at me. We all run up again. I stared in complete horror at my best friend's face. He was smiling horribly, his eyebrows down like he was mad. I slap him back to his senses. I see something wrong. I don't know what. Like a figure run down to the basement. We all agree never to go down there again. House on Halloween Hill. All of the trick-or-treaters avoided the house on Halloween Hill. The owners were really scary and only ever came out at night. It started when a boy called Josh and his girlfriend were ghost hunting. Josh's girlfriend dared him to go up to the house. So off he went up the hill. The owners had gone out for their midnight shopping. He went down the stairs to the basement, and just as he got to the bottom, he heard the front door slide open. He hid in one of the boxes. He heard footsteps on the stairs. He opened the lid slightly and saw a woman open a fridge and take out a bottle of blood. She then went up the stairs and closed the door. He got out of the box where he was hiding and turned to look at it. To his horror, there in front of him were 2 coffins. Before long, he heard them again. Josh froze in shock. He had to hide, but could not move. The door opened, and in walked the owners. They saw Josh straight away. They grabbed him. He screamed. Josh was never seen again. The final short story. Don't look out the window. When I was 10, me and my best mate used to sleep over at each other's houses on the weekends. It was my turn to sleep over at hers. In her room, she had a bunk bed facing the window, and I was sleeping on top. We were watching TV, and from her window, you can see a row of houses and a row of trees. It was quite dark, and for some reason, I had a sudden urge to look out of the window and stared at the nearest tree. Felt like someone was watching me. All of a sudden, I saw this long, black leg stick out from the tree and disappear. I told my mate, and when she looked, nothing was there. It gave me chills whenever we played near those trees. And one day, we headed out to the forest to play a game of hide and seek. I was with my mate once more, and it was her turn to hide. She told me to count to 100, so I did. I curled into a small ball, closing my eyes, slowly counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before I could say 6, I heard a scream. It sounded like my mate. I rushed to where the scream came from, and to my surprise, the scream came from the very tree I saw that night. I looked in circles, saw no one. I looked down, I saw my feet. I looked closer, and I saw blood dripping down from above me into the leaves. Too shocked to look up, I told myself this wasn't real. But as my curiosity grew, I slowly drooped my head up, 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 until I saw my mate hanging from a tree by her neck. But she looked a little different. Because normally, she didn't have a cut down the middle of her, exposing all of her internal organs, her bones, and her heart was missing. Upon turning my head, slowly, fearfully to the left, I saw the same long black leg sticking from out the tree. Yet this time, I saw a long, dark arm grasping my mate's heart in its very claws. I ran out of the woods screaming. As soon as I got into town, I told everyone. There was a monster in the forest. It ate my friend. No one believed me. I went to the police station. I thought they might help. They were supposed to be the good guys. They thought I was crazy. So here is this story's origination. Me scrawling it into my arm, locked inside an insane asylum. Thanks for watching, people of YouTube and beyond. As always, stay fancy. Goodbye.